Hi everyone, Hyper here, the creator of Blades of Despair, and I'm just making this video in response to a poll I did ages ago, where you guys wanted me to do a kind of question and answer video around the Fangan. So I've compiled the questions that you guys have asked, and I have some answers that I will be doing later on in the video. But before I do any of that, I just wanted to very quickly thank everyone for all the support that they've given Blades of Despair so far. It really has been wonderful to see all the interest in the story and the characters. I do try and read all the comments that you guys are leaving on the videos, and it really has warmed my heart to see all the positive responses. There will be more videos coming soon. We're currently working on revealing the voice actors and actresses for the main cast, so hopefully that will be coming soon, and then we should hopefully have some episodes of chapter 1 coming in the near future as well. But with all that said, let's move on to the first of the questions. My approach to storytelling is to ask a question around an idea. I don't necessarily wish to answer the question through the story, but rather give the audience an opportunity to make up their own answer or reach their own conclusion. I wouldn't say I have any experiences that would give me any insight into what it would be like to be part of a killing game, and for that I am grateful beyond words. But the older you get, the more experience you are able to draw upon to make commentaries. As Toni Morrison once said, "Everything I know is useful," and I think about this a lot when I'm writing. Yes, we are making a great deal of changes. For those of you who did not know, there is a written version of this Fankgun that was posted online between 2019 and 2021, when it was completed. We then decided to make it a video series. Because I was effectively getting another chance at writing the story, I decided to make some major changes. This includes two trials, major plot points related to the main story, and investigations. There may even be changes to the death order, but for that you'll have to wait and see. We also made the decision to implement something called slice of life scenes. These will function similarly to the free time event system from the canon games. However, the twist is that the character whose POV from which we view the scene may not be our protagonist, Ori. Slice of life scenes will be worth watching because some will contain character backstories, clues to certain plot points, while some will just be a cute, fun time in the midst of the killing game. We hope you are looking forward to seeing these changes implemented into the main story. I think my favourite character has changed more times than there are characters in this story. When I was creating the written version of Blades of Despair, I think my favourite characters were Nishi, Morihei and Edward, and generally speaking Edward has remained my favourite character to date. However, during the time that the project has transitioned from a written to a video series, other characters have swiftly become fast favourites of mine, such as Tokunaga, Oji and Yoneda. I love all my characters a great deal, so my answer to this question will likely change again and again. From a literary perspective, I suppose a lot of inspiration came from 19th century Russian literature, as that was what I was studying at university, and shortly before I started writing Blades of Despair. Novels that centred on the human experience and our internal conflicts were of particular interest to me. You may see traces of those themes in Blades of Despair, though probably not to the level of dissection that those Russian authors wrote. On a perhaps more microscopic level, certain traits of characters are based on things that I've read, watched, heard, or experienced. I couldn't really pinpoint what exactly a character like Miyagawa is based on, but his origin is really a melting pot of lots of small things that then manifests into the character portrayed on screen. Some talents, such as Ori's, were put there to explore certain ideas and themes throughout the story. Without spoiling anything, some of the talents I decided on were selected to be relevant to a certain plot point or solving a particular problem. Most of the talents, however, are there simply because I wrote backstories around those talents before I had even given the characters their names or physical appearances. I tend to approach story first and build characters later, and while I appreciate this doesn't work for everyone, it certainly works for me. In terms of the setting though, I wanted to break away from having a story set in the Hope's Peak universe. To me, doing that would have limited what I could do with the story because I would have been making constant references to the events of the canon, and I didn't want to go into creating a Fangun with that added level of challenge. Ultimately, I'm glad I did so, and I've also noticed that a lot of other Fanguns are now doing this. Edward, Tokunaga and Sanda deserve a special mention in answering this question. As we learned in the prologue, all three of these students are world famous. Edward is the Prince of Leonis, a country I created for this Fangun. Tokunaga is a world famous opera singer, and Sanda is a renowned vlogger with one of the largest social media followings in the world. Most of the cast were aware of who these three were prior to even receiving their invitations to Seiko Academy. Ori in particular is a super fan of Tokunaga's music. Nishi and Sasa obviously knew each other prior to the events of the Fangun as they grew up together, but other than that, these 16 students really are strangers to one another. And with that, I think I've answered all the questions. If you guys have any more that you want me to answer in another video, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll make another one if I feel like there's enough interest in having a second video of this. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for listening to me talk. Like I said, there's some more videos coming in the pipeline, but just please be a little bit more patient just whilst I work on them. And thank you so much once again for all the support that you guys have been giving. Hopefully you won't be waiting long for the next video. And now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna end the video here. But thank you all so very much, and until next time, this is Hyper, the creator of the Fangun, signing out.